Hey, how's it going again, everybody? I wanted to talk to everybody today about, I guess, the next thing. Granted, it would be really nice if I could get this condo that I told you about the other day. I'm pretty excited. I'm just trying to get an appointment with the realtor that I'm working with. It sounds like there's a selling realtor, so the selling realtor needs to contact the co-op association and actually set up an appointment. So it sounds like there's a little bit more than there would be for just a normal home showing appointment. And I realized that, and then that I didn't get any sort of message from the woman I'm working with today, and I was kind of disappointed in that. And I decided that I'm just gonna kind of be patient with this one. I could reach out to her and try to text her and bother her because I'm really impatient, but I'm gonna try to think that she's doing the right thing here for me, and she's taking the initiative, and she's gonna get back with me as soon as she hears something, and then we can go over there. I'm really hoping by the end of this week. I know in the last video I kind of expressed a lot of interest in seeing this new place, and the more I showed it to some of my coworkers in Oneonta today, I gotta say I was still super excited talking about it. The thing that I want to talk about tonight, and that's why I was making this video, wasn't just to talk about, oh, it's so great, I'm excited and I'm going to see it soon. That you already heard that last time. What I'm excited about and I'm thinking about now, sort of excited and scared at the same time, you get what I have a problem with is now I have like another goal, and I'm not sure what that is, and that's something that I feel like really kept me going. Once I had this job that I got, and I've been at for about 6 years, a big component of being at that job, not just trying to learn things, was trying to pay off my debt. And for me, that was a huge goal that I set for myself. And between having roommates, trying to cut costs on groceries for a long period of time, and again, there were some things, financial things that happened with my dad where he became mentally disabled, I guess, per se, or sorry, maybe not mentally disabled isn't not the correct word, but he became unable to work. He was totally and permanently disabled according to Social Security, so that actually resulted in loans being forgiven across the board for the Parent Plus loans. It's unfortunate that things like that can be a boon to somebody, even though they're really negative for someone else. The thing that I, again, just kind of want to elaborate on, though, is I paid off those loans between aggressively working to pay them down, prepaying a good number of them. I did about everything I possibly could, and I realize I look back at it now, it's just a little over 6 years ago that I had like $70K in debt, and I started at the job I had making $30K a year. And the fact that I was able to pay those off as quickly as I did, and the fact that I had made so much progress on them even before there were a few financial boons from my father's situation, I can say that I really am proud that I worked those down so much. I realized that that interfered with my ability to have a social life because I was less apt to go out and do things that cost money. So that may have been a limiting factor in meeting some new people, doing some new things with girls. The thing, again, that I'm really trying to get to here is now that I've saved for this condo, and like I said, I'm kind of going through the process, I realize that I'm probably going to be able to finance it entirely myself. I've got the money for the down payment at 20% to avoid PMI. I'm still going to have the homeowners association fee associated with that. And the mortgage itself, I'm not overly concerned that I'm going to be prepaying it because the interest rates really aren't that bad at the bank. I think it's going to be like 4.5% on a 20 or a 30-year mortgage. So this kind of sets me up where I have my own place to live, which was a goal, and that's why I continued to work as hard as I did at the job I have now, was in hopes that one day I could be a homeowner. I know there's some people when they're very young, they know that they want kids, they know that they want a home, they know certain things about themselves, and they sort of set those goals even at a very young age. And now that I'm going to be like a condo owner or homeowner in this sense, I'm thinking like, what do I want to do next? I think, and I've said it before, money isn't really going to be an issue going forward. Now that I have the 20% down payment, everything is going to be very manageable, even when I'm out on my own, paying for food, paying for gas, any sort of car repairs, health care, the HOA fees, the mortgage. A lot of that stuff I'm probably still going to have in excess of almost $800 a month if not a little bit more. So I mean, that really sets the stage for what do I want to do with the rest of my life. And that was a position I have just been not in for a very long time. I've just been under a crushing pile of debt. And for people that don't seem to get into debt, they're always asking people that are, why aren't you doing what you love? Why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you doing that? Well, and again, it usually comes down to money for a lot of those people. Now, like I said, I want to find another goal for myself because I do feel like I'm a goal-driven person. As I'm thinking about it now, even with some of the extra taxes and fees that are going to come on, I can probably just start spending some of my excess money now, and that makes me wonder, like, what do I want the next 5 years of my life to look like? In the sense of I would like to get married and I'd like to have kids. I need to find somebody to do that first, and then all that could become a reality. I guess when I'm not searching for somebody and I'm just either with my friends or I'm by myself, what do I want to do? Do I want to travel? Do I want to train and do something else for a living? Like I said, do I want to like take some online courses? Do I want to build out the skill set that I have at the bank now, try to take the CFP exam? Do I want to just do any of one of the other certifications that could be valuable to the trust department? Do I want to focus more on, I don't know, and that's the big question, is what do I want to do next? Because if money's not an issue and I'm not going to be having kids right away, what do I do with this extra money? It's a tough problem to have. I know there's a lot of people that are really struggling out there, but I've been in a position where I've really, in my opinion, cut a lot of corners, or not cut a lot of corners, but I've sacrificed a lot of stuff to be where I am now, and that does make me happy that it's bearing fruition, and I'm actually getting somewhere in terms of savings and retirement and everything. I think I need to set myself a new goal here soon. I know it could be a little bit preemptive because I don't have this condo yet, and it could still fall out. And in that case, there's 2 units. That just gets me going, though, thinking like, all right, so after I get this condo unit situated, what do I do next? I don't have a lot of stuff to move in, and it's fully furnished. Might take me 1 day to move in, full weekend to unpack everything, make it feel like home. Do I work on that personal space, do some nice upgrades to it, make it my own, really, again, make it my own and make it feel like home? I think that would be important, even if I need to spend a little bit money up front on it. That would be great. Do I want to drive a nicer car? My car is already over 10 years old, and it has over 100,000 miles on it. To avoid these costly repairs and just go back to paying some sort of monthly payment for a newer vehicle, there's just a lot of things to consider, and now I'm finally in a position where I feel like I could take advantage of some of those things that most people would consider discretionary purchases. I don't know if I could get a boat, if I could get a timeshare somewhere. I mean, just the whole flood of options open up, and it's really cool because I did not expect to be in this position 6 years ago, and it's just baffled me, and I'm very grateful that I'm here. I just didn't expect to be here this quickly, and I guess it's just worth noting that I'm kind of nervous because I'm, like I said, a goal-oriented person, and I'm not certain that I have another goal on the horizon, and I don't just want to spend my money frivolously, and that's not who I am. So maybe I'll get back with you over the next few days over some other ideas about what I have. Maybe I'll talk to some friends, see what I might do going forward. But that's a good place to be. And even though I'm feeling a little meh today, I recognize that being able to have all this excess money each month is going to be a boon for me in the long run. It'll improve my standard of living significantly, and I am grateful for that.